Marky. Bad news. My mother-in-law passed away last night, right in front of our eyes. I suppose everyone goes through this. Not at all a cheery day in my house. But I don't want to lay my problems on people. So I'm just going to jump right into my poem since it is a long one. This poem today, I wrote it and rewrote it and wrote it and rewrote it until I get it just right. So it's one of those that this is it. I'm not changing anything from here. It's called I Sat High Above and Looked Down from My Abode. Abode, whatever. I sat high above the sky and looked down from my high Adobe, and I saw the war machine roaring, loudly trampling everything in its sight. I was not leaving anything behind, just death and destruction on a grand scale. I saw Cain hit Abel and do much harm. Then I saw what followed. It was murder, no doubt. Plain and simple, I was pretty messed up. I saw the Egyptians massacre their enemies and cart off the many slaves to a life of bondage from therein. I saw war there and all over the place. I saw Genghis Khan conquer much, and I saw Alexander try. It's just too bad he died so young. He did not get a chance to do a bit more harm. I saw what Caesar and his Romans did, and I'm disgusted to this day still. It leaves a bad mouth in my mouth for many a day since I have read all about his ghastly affairs. I saw Hannibal lost for war. He had a thirst that only blood could fill his gall. We can call it his cure. I saw Napoleon on his white horse. He had respect for the dead, but not for the living, not at all. He tried, but the world would not have it. They knew a madman was among them. Like when World War II rolled around, another power-hungry man tried to eat all of the land, and with many supporters on his side, he almost achieved his wish, but we were there to stop all of his greed. It's so sad what history that it tells us. I saw world wars that were just awful. Men are nothing but rotting flesh, and there is not much after the battles are left. War buddies fighting on and on, getting killed one by one. Even horses would go to their ultimate death. America, they have a new war every 20 years on its belt. A notch or two, well, what can you do? And it seems it's not letting up. I saw what happened in Vietnam and Korea too, all in the name of good. I saw the American war machine that never tires of it too, that steps on everyone with its large shoes. I saw the women that stepped up to be nurses. Their sacrifices is duly noted. Man is a war animal, that's for sure, and we haven't a cure or a clue. There is nothing much is left to say. They just love to exterminate. I saw the war machines, the tanks and the guns, even the battleships and the submarines, the airplanes with mounted machine guns. I saw the tanks mow people down. My heart breaks for everything I saw. Only a few soldiers left on some war fields gone. All of it leaves me deeply disgusted and troubled with my frowns. Need I mention the swords, the slingshot, the shield and the spear, the hammer and the anvil, the battering ram used on many a door from old kingdoms? War leaves everyone poor. The men they maim, they kill, since they do not know how to get along in peace. They are like children in a park. We have bullies, and we also have the kind, and we have the ugly slime. We have nuclear missiles now aimed at each other. For goodness sake, stop that one before we have a computer malfunction. If so, then we will all be done. Perhaps I should move to Antarctica. Hopefully they will not be used We have seen that mushroom cloud, and it was nothing to be proud of. People were evaporated, and now the dust is everything, even in our closets and our lungs and our wine, causing cancer for everyone. But if they do use them, the bombs, I'll tell you what, they will have good excuses. Old men make war, young men fight them. We all know this, so why deny it? The guillotine did not go so well for Marie Antoinette and other royal families. They were carted off like sheep, just to have someone to blame for all their misery. Poor Marie, poor woman, she said the wrong thing. Something about the cake. She was only joking around, and that she paid a hefty price. So many different ideologies. What is going to happen? More war? Isn't that obvious? Now we have Iraq and Afghanistan and Syria, Nigeria and more. People starving at every turn. What a situation, fighting the Arab people for generations. And finally, I want to mention, O Holy Israel, so dear to my heart. Why does the fighting have to carry on? Why do they want to banish her, and for what? Why are you so hated? When are they going to see you're simply staying in a land that is still free, as if the Arab people did not have enough more than the eye could see? The people have hardened. They have nowhere else to go but to stay in their country that is now their loving home. The place that they fought for all. This pain can be averted by introducing love into the mix, but it's only a pipe dream of mine. So sad, it's all passed by my weeping eyes, and time just moves on, and war, well, that never ends, because man just can't get enough of it. And getting along, what a dumb joke. And I think today, with this poem, I have proved so. Boy, that was a mouthful. This is the longest poem I've ever recited, 8 minutes. Please reshare it, since I think it's a cool one of mine.